Today in the Procurement Intelligence Commodity Report, we go over some of the biggest trends affecting the world of procurement in Q4. Polycarbonates and iron ore prices go through the roof, while memory continues to cause major problems across the entire industry. Hey guys, this is Graham, responsible for Global Commodity Management here at Jabil, and welcome to our first ever Procurement Intelligence Commodity Report, or the PIC report for short. Here at Jabil, our team manages 700,000 parts at any given time and has relationships with over 27,000 global suppliers. That gives us a great sense of what is going on there, and we thought you may benefit from it. So, the idea of this video series is to consolidate all of our research and market knowledge into a quick, easy to consume snapshot for commodity managers, procurement managers, and the whole supply chain community. Let's jump right into it. We're predicting the supply is going to continue to be severely constrained in the fourth quarter, with really no relief till at least the first half of 2018. We saw lead times increase throughout Q3, and that trend is going to continue into Q4, with some component manufacturers introducing allocation on a customer by customer basis. We're also seeing the continuation of an upward pricing trend, which is really being driven by manufacturers shifting their capacity to newer leading edge technologies. This is leaving a significant shortage of output for more mature, less profitable product families. And of course, the manufacturers who continue to supply these legacy technologies are only going to produce at profitable levels, which means negotiations become a real balancing act of cost and supply, with additional emphasis on supply. So, at the highest level from a market overview perspective, that's what we're seeing. But I also want to point out 4 other trends that we'll be keeping a very close eye on over the course of the next quarter. We really need to start the conversation with volatile memory, which, as you know, is seeing severe constraints right now. This has really been driven by an insanely fast rise in memory content per product in the mobile and server markets. We're also seeing suppliers shift production output to mobile DRAM over more mainstream DDR3 and DDR4 technologies. Both of these technologies are in super high demand, and the undersupply situation is really tough, and it's probably not going to let up anytime soon. DRAM Exchange projects a demand bit growth rate of 22% for 2017, while suppliers are only delivering around 19% bit growth. Next up is solid state drives, which will continue to see undersupply conditions that persist through the middle of 2018. This is not going to improve, and you need to have contingency plans in place to minimise shortages, allocation, decommits and tight supply. And of course, you have to pay particularly close attention to any upside demand on new product launches. Shifting over to trends in engineering materials, let's talk about the continued rise of polycarbonate prices in Asia. This is mainly due to some really significant weather events in the Gulf of Mexico that have taken a few major American-based suppliers offline, with one not being scheduled to come back online until 2018. The last major trend to watch out for in Q4 is the surge in iron ore prices, which was particularly prevalent in July and August of 2017. The Chinese government continues to drive efforts to curb low-quality steel productions, and new emission regulations actually went into effect on September 1st. Some 120 million tonnes of low-quality steel capacity was actually shuttered during the first 6 months of the year, and Chinese steelmakers began stoking production ahead of mandated cuts going into Q4. The Chinese government plans on cutting output by as much as 50% during the winter months to fight smog. So, that's it guys. We thought these were the biggest, most impactful trends happening in procurement this quarter, but if you have any other thoughts or questions, please leave them in the comments. If you found this useful, please give us a like or share this with some of your colleagues, but most importantly, hit the subscribe button. We plan on adding more videos to this channel, and the best way to get them right when they come out is to be a channel subscriber. And if you want even more detail, or if you need something a little more tangible to share with your team, head on over to jabil.com to get a more in-depth look at our predictions for the coming 3 months. Thanks again for watching, and talk to you again soon.